Hello, my viewers. Welcome back to the channel. And by the video title, you know what this video is about. Should the Pittsburgh Steelers re-sign Myles Jack or bring another linebacker in? Now, in the draft, they went out there and got their guys, got the Broderick Jones. We got the Nick Herbig. I keep mixing his brother name up. We got Cameron Benning at the extra depth at defensive tackle and stuff, potential pieces to maybe start in the future. We got our cornerback in JPJ, Joey Porter Jr., and went out there and just picked and got everybody we want. Darnell Washington fell to us, was nicely and stuff. He probably got drafted higher if the injuries wasn't a concern, but he's in the right place. The Steelers should get him there right. And like hopefully he can be healthy and stuff like that and just kind of move past the injury like that and recover well and just be one of those 1-2 punches, because having him and Pat Freiermuth is going to be very, very dangerous. But I think the Steelers should maybe add another linebacker in the inside, middle linebacker, because look at our edge rushers and our outside linebackers. T.J. Watt, Alex Highsmith, of course, Elon Roberts, and of course Nick Herbig could be guy as well. But I think adding another piece in the middle, I believe Cole Holcomb and Mark Robinson probably the only two guys right there right now. We lost Robert Spillane, we lost Devin Bush like that. I didn't really want Devin Bush back. Robert Spillane, I wouldn't mind him coming back. I believe he signed with the Raiders. I wouldn't mind him coming back, but we upgraded those spots and positions like that, added better linebacker core. But I think adding the guy or bringing the guy back in like Myles Jack, who's already accustomed to the system and knows the system and stuff, wouldn't be a bad idea. The only reason he got cut really because they wanted to save money. I say that $8 million dollars in cap space because he wasn't playing up to the $8 million standard, but he wasn't like terrible last year. He was, in my opinion, he played pretty solid. He was had some flashes here and there, but he played pretty solid overall. Of course, he didn't accumulate the turnovers we thought were going to happen, like the interceptions, and none of our middle linebackers had any turnovers or any forced fumbles or anything like that. But Myles Jack did a solid job, I believe. And I feel like adding him back will be, for a cheaper price wouldn't be a bad idea like that. Bring him back, it'd be great depth, of course, to have him in the mix too like that, and just for us to be more comfortable at that spot like that. So maybe they add him or maybe they add somebody else. I know Zach Cunningham is a guy who's still available. Deion Jones was with Cleveland last year. He was with the Falcons for quite a bit really. And then now he's a free agent as well too. So maybe they look into the guy like that, or they just roll with one of the free agents undrafted free agent they sign like that. Because I know they got a lot coming in. They got a linebacker coming in as well too. I believe he's a outside linebacker, an edge rusher type. So I don't know if he's going to be inside like that, but they probably have a lot of guys on their radar and stuff, or they might just feel comfortable just rolling with the guys we got now like that too. But if they was to add another guy, I think Myles Jack coming back on a lower price. He already know the system. He already kind of, he'd been here last year. He did a pretty solid job. Adding him back to the mix wouldn't be too much to ask for like that. And I think he'll fit in, well, because he'd been in this position before like that too. And having more depth, the better like that. We see teams like on the Super Bowl, like last year, the Eagles team, look at the depth they had in their roster like that. And look at the depth they just added too from the draft. The Chiefs as well like that. Chiefs got a lot of depth. Of course, defense is still a little weakened for the Chiefs, but they still got a lot of depth at different positions out there. And then all around the field too, especially like the O-line. They build the O-line up and stuff like that. We see a lot of teams. Some of the winning teams have all that depth and stuff like they have pieces to go to. 49ers, another team like that, who's been almost in the NFC Championship almost every year the past few years like that. And it was the Super Bowl a few years back. They have a lot of depth to the rosters, a running back and every spot like that, O-line and defensive lineman and linebacker. So you always want to have depth and pieces and guys you can go to in different spots and just add that extra dynamic to your team. So if Myles Jack was to come back, I wouldn't be upset with it because, they maybe bring him back on a good deal. The only reason he got cut, I believe, is because, they're trying to save money. And plus, like, they was paying him like $8 million. It was like $8 million or $10 million, something like that. It was a kind of a big number a little bit, but it wasn't performing to that level of number. It wasn't saying that he was playing bad. He was playing solid, but it just wasn't playing good enough to be that level to be paying him that much. It's like you paying a $40 million, like kind of like how the Nets are paying Ben Simmons. If you watch basketball, Ben Simmons is getting paid like almost $40 million, and he is out there putting up 8 points a game. I'm not paying a guy $40 million for 8 points like that, and he barely give me assists and rebounds and stuff like that. But I'm not paying a guy $8. $40 million for 8 points. Like, come on, man. Like, really? So it's kind of like in that type of standard like that. He didn't really perform to the level of the contract, so they kind of like released it, save money to add other pieces too as well. I think they could bring him back. I think in the mix, I feel like he still got a lot left in the tank. Of course, he's only 27 years old, so they was to do that. that would be cool. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. They should bring another linebacker in to get more comfortable with that spot. I seen people talking about bringing Justin Houston in as a the outside, not as an edge rusher like that, bringing him in, the veteran edge rusher Justin Houston, who had over 100 plus sacks, Pro Bowler and stuff like that. That'd be crazy, but I don't think the Steelers do that, because last time we did that, bringing a veteran guy in, it was a little different. Remember Melvin Ingram, we brought him in and it didn't work out well because he didn't agree to his snaps and stuff like that, because he thought that he should deserve more snaps than the young guy out of Ty Smith. The Steelers are more a team that like to bring guys in and just say we're gonna build them up, so they'll know their role in the organization like that. Because bringing a guy outside who's already established, veteran, and who's probably a future Hall of Famer or something like that, bringing him in and he don't set this role, he's trying to make big time money and still make some big time splash plays out there for the team like that. It'd be a little difficult. It'd be like the same Melvin Ingram situation like that. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.